you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 30. You folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Philadelphia Eagles. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game from the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Man left. 4 down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it to Thomas. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards. Second down. At the 28-yard line.
4 down. Check.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
19 Tiger. Tight end right. Hey.
Looking to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
On second down, a run with Gibson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Danny. Mike 19.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
Showtime today, baby.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Double tight. 4 down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-0, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Hey, Mike 52.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all thrilled to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
98 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the gun, here's Watson.
Let's get off the field.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Three down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Two times.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Single.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
19 Tiger.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Right there. 54 miles. Panther 11. You better.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Back to throw here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Panther 60. Hey, defense, let's go. Go, Reed. Go.
Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 14-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for Philly.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
From the red zone now, Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Alert, alert. All day. New Mike 52.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Washington on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
They'll look to throw here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll set up to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
4 down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. William Jackson with a pick.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Washington 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Check that.
Watson now to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. That catch good for only a couple.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a two-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will shrink to 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Escaping the press. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
No, check that. We want Mike.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A give running right, Gibson. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
4 down. Alert.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Here's 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Mike 19.
Watson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play.
Know your job.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Come on, boy. 36. You better be ready.
From the 35 on second down, Watson. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Throw left side complete. That's Smith.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal. And he is into the end